Too windy to fly inland today, but we got a nice south-southwesterly here on the White Cliffs, no one else flying. My plan is to try and fly over the gap there called Freshwater Bay and to the Tennyson cliff there, and hopefully to the Needles Lighthouse. That's the plan. I was here earlier this morning, it was too windy. I had to go back and I went and cut the grass. So we'll see. Let's hope it's going to be flyable. Kevin's on his way, South African Kevin. And what I want to do first is do some ground handling practice like Greg talks about, and just practice stronger wind takeoff technique. It's very important when you're setting up in strong winds that you set up the wing in a way that is easy to launch, and I prefer with the Volt 4 to do the Cobra technique. And what I tend to do, and I've been recommended this by Ali Andrews, is to actually set the wing up to the side. So instead of the normal way when you just put the concertina bag downwind, I actually place the concertina bag completely crosswind, and then I only pull out the last, I don't know, 3 meters of the wingtip or so. And I've seen Greg do this on one of his videos, and it's actually a really nice easy way because there's nothing to pull you until you're ready, and then you just bring it up out of the concertina shape. The only thing to be careful is that you don't have a line pressure knot or some twig in the line or something that gets twisted, like a line twist or something, like perhaps a slightly cravated wingtip. So you've got to be really careful that when you do this, you check the wing before you take off, because normally you'd be checking everything as you pull the wing up in the normal way. So I'll get the wing set up and then we'll show you this technique. So I've actually set the wing up like this across the wind. You can see the windsock there, so it's completely across, and I'm in the harness already. And the reason I like to do this is like get into the harness, get everything safe and attached, everything connected, all my clips, everything's checked, speed bar, everything's double checked, and then there's no danger of that wing blowing away because it's a little bit windy. You can see there's slight white caps out on the sea, and so by doing that I'm not worried about anything blowing off. Whereas you open the wing too quickly, you can end up with it blowing away as you're trying to get into the harness. So then I just pull that wingtip out to about there. So I've got plenty of wingtip to inflate the Cobra launch, and this part of the wing is being kept down. As you can see, it can flap around a bit, but it's not going to blow away unless it gets really, really windy. Now, of course, this is what I was saying, you need to make sure that you don't get any pressure knots. So when you pack up, you always need to make sure you're as tidy as possible to avoid snags and pressure knots. So we come over to here, being careful not to snag lines on these weeds. There's a few of these annoying weeds around it, just can catch the lines. Sometimes I just pull them out. Ragwort, horrible things. So you can see the problem that we've got is that that side of the wing can potentially get pressure knots. Just double checking that nothing's twisted. So it's really important that you get your brakes on the correct side and that nothing's twisted here. So to the best of my ability, I've got everything nice and tidy. And now we want to wait for a slight lull before we pull up that one side. And again, I'm just double checking it. There we are. It's as easy as that. Now I did have a brake twist, but it wasn't a problem because I could just simply untwist it and the wing's ready to fly. Yoo-hoo! Let's go! need to do that Cobra launch. I really recommend it when the wind's slightly strong. Just be careful, like I say, of things like, as you saw to me, I had my right brake twisted just slightly around the riser there. It wasn't a problem, but it's something you need to check before you commit to launch. Woohoo! Fantastic. We're going to get some height and hopefully cross over to the other side to the Needles. I wait for Kevin to get in the air. Woohoo! Got a nice bit of height on this cliff here. I'm just gonna fly over to there a little bit. It's almost like I'm getting sea thermals. I've got 600 feet. Well, I've lost quite a bit of height. I'm down to 550 feet. Just feels like I'm really into wind actually. Not really, but you can see the waves. It's more southwesterly. I'm not really sure I want to bother crossing. Well, we better be committed. If we're going to go, we're going to go. No, it just feels too into wind. I'll wait. I might be able to get a bit higher. I just don't want to commit and then get low. See, I'm quite low now. 300 feet. Hey, perfect conditions. He's having fun. Second attempt, that was better, had a little bit better line, it felt a bit liftier. I managed to cross over. Let's hope we can get some height now. Yoo-hoo! Richard. Look at those little clouds, and what I'm actually hoping is if I could get up into one of those, I can drift over the back and fly home, but they're not very high. Cloud base is not high. But I'm happy we crossed, that's great. I didn't know if I would for a minute.
There's loads of it, you won't be landing up here, it's a bay cross. Yeah, cool, thanks. I was just assessing it.
No, it's not that far, but I need a thermal. Get there.
Oh, you reckon the height I'm at now I'll make it? No.
And we've got 850 feet, that's fantastic. I mean, the highest I got on the White Cliffs was 600, I got 700 at one point, but that was earlier before the wind was more favourable to cross. And this time I just had a nice lifty line. And as I crossed over, Richard was behind me, which helps as well if someone follow you or near you. I just knew it was okay, because if I had lost the lift, could have easily just flown into Freshwater Bay. And it was a lifty line. I was actually going up at one point, which made all the difference. That's the rocket testing site where they used to test the rockets for World War II, or possibly earlier. And the Needles Battery, which is a National Trust site. So if you are members of the National Trust, it's a beautiful place to go, well worth the visit. And they do an open top bus service right up to here for those people that struggle to walk that sort of distance, because you've got to walk quite a long way to get there. Just look at that view. Well, Richard's brave, he's going out quite far, but you can see he's losing height as he's doing so. So I'm not quite sure I'm going to go that far. This is good. Go a bit further. This is Scratchell's Bay down there. Scratchell's Bay you can only get access to via a boat. You can't get to it by walking. Woohoo! Look at Richard, he's right over there. He's brave. I've still got some lift here though. Oh, he's brave, isn't he? No, he's gone right out. That's far enough for me. I didn't want to get too far that way because Scratchell's Bay actually faces sort of southwest, and it wasn't ideal. There's Will coming up. There's Will. Woohoo! See someone running down there. It's one of my favourite runs, although I'm not running at the moment because I've hurt my left knee. But if you're into running, this is a fantastic place to run down there. You can see it's a lovely long trail all the way to the Needles Battery. Still got a tiny bit of lift. So the secret is to stay out enough. As you can see, I'm not getting right over the cliff. I need to stay out from the cliff because that's where the lift band is. Well, flown over the back, I couldn't resist it. I had 1,000 feet. So I'm going to try and get to my field there. But worst case, I've got a field down I can land in. I've got 56 kilometers, well, about 50 kilometers an hour tailwind, so it should be easy. Woohoo! Maybe a bit of speed bar. Woohoo! Come on! I need a bit of lift. There's fresh water. Yoo-hoo! Yes, there's some lift. I thought I had a bit of lift, but no. I thought Richard might join me, but maybe not.
Low lorry.
There's my house.
Truck's never going to make that, surely.
Really sinky. Sort of turbulent, but should be okay. Yay! Safely down. Lovely. Hi, Catherine. I just thought I'd drop in. Guess who's come to see me? Joshua and Serene. Was that a bit of a surprise to see Daddy land, Joshua?
Yes.
Well, you just got home from school, so they just missed me. There's Serene over there. They just jumped over the fence. That's my house there. Go over this way to get out of here. Beautiful horses. Pretty sure they won't mind us crossing through here. So this is our neighbour's house. They actually own this place here, which used to be a hotel, I think, called Holmes House. And I'm very jealous of their view. They've got a beautiful sea view. It's okay. Come on. Right. Let's get out of here before we get in trouble. That's it. Let's look at that view. Beautiful place. Really nice lady, actually. This Melanie and Ed, her husband, they're Americans, and they own, they own Salty's restaurant in Yarmouth. So if you're ever in Yarmouth, Isle of Wight, brilliant restaurant. Get yourself into Salty's in Yarmouth. It's really lovely food. She's just been planning the new wine list. So anyway, thanks for watching this episode, and say goodbye, Serene, to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Say goodbye, Joshua, to everyone watching.
Bye-bye.
Say goodbye to the camera, to everyone watching on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next episode. Happy landings. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support.